And we are live. All right.
Sorry we're late.
Yes, a little late on our Tuesday night. We try to get it Tuesday night at 7. But you know what happened? We forgot. We completely forgot.
We were doing other things right after work, and
Yeah, I get off work at 5 o'clock and went outside and mowed the grass. And then after I got done mowing the grass, we had dinner. And then my wife said, "Hey, we're supposed to be live at 7." And, we missed it.
hey, busy little house.
Yep, the busy little house. Welcome.
It was a fun seed swap.
Oh, yeah, it sure was.
Yep.
Welcome, Stivers Homestead.
Hey.
All right. And Deborah
Is Zach
E.
home yet?
And then welcome, Grammy Karen.
Hello. It
All
was
right.
so great getting to meet you.
Yeah. And also the Little Creek Homestead. Welcome.
Oh, hello. Welcome.
So, yeah, we just got our video up today. Takes us a couple extra days to get things done. But I think it turned out pretty good. I think it turned out to be a pretty good video. It was definitely a really good seed swap. Something I always try to do is I try to capture some of the essence of what happened. And I think that's what I did in that video. It's hard to take everything that happened and condense it down to an 18-minute video. It really is hard to do that, but I think it turned out really well. And so yeah, it turned out really good. What do you think, honey?
Oh, yeah. Got some really interesting seeds.
Yeah, I get some good interviews too. And that's really, it's a lot of what it's about. I mean, yeah, we got some free seeds, and that was really nice. And my wife just put a bunch of them away. We had them all spread out all over the couch. Oh yeah, here's a bunch of them right here.
That's the vegetables.
These all came from the seed swap. All these seeds in here.
And these are the flowers.
And all these right here. Look at that.
He didn't pick any flowers. It was me doing all the flower picking.
This is probably closer to how much I picked. About that much. And this is pretty much what my wife picked. So.
Don't tell them that.
So it was really nice to have some free seeds. And the majority of them are from Baker Creek. But also there's some seeds in there from other farms, other small farms and homesteads. So it was really nice. And, aside from getting all the free seeds, and that was really nice,
Yeah.
meeting people was even better.
That was much funner.
It's even better to meet people and talk to people, and you get to have some conversations about different things, things that they're doing on their homestead, things that they're facing. So, we all face trials from time to time, and when you see the trials other people are going through, that kind of, I kind of like that because, that's how we learn. We go through trials and we learn from these trials, and we become stronger and we move forward. So I really, really enjoy that part, and just sharing with each other. That's really, really what I like about it. And see here.
There were two seeds that were really interesting to me. I've been gardening for a really long time. Before I met my husband. What's funny?
Yeah, it looks like Jen at the Stivers Homestead has got her hands full with the children's. The childers.
That little boy of yours smile is the sweetest thing. He got so excited when he heard that you had a bunny. It was so sweet. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There was two seeds that I've never heard of. And there's a few other ones, but these ones really sparked my interest. Chinese red noodle beans. Never heard of those before. And I can't say that, but...
This is the Schwarzenbeeren blackberries.
But it's not like a cane. It's not grown on a blackberry cane. It's more grown like... It's related to tomatoes, they said. The nightshade family.
Yeah, nightshade family.
And they would make pies and jams with it, and... I'm really curious.
And they actually are sweet, but I think some people say that they have a slightly tomatoey flavor.
Yeah.
Slightly.
So I'm a little... I'm
Interesting.
interested to see what these are. I've never heard of them.
And we have seen, we did a little Google searching and found out that some people actually make pies out of them. And they'll either make a straight up Schwarzenbeer and blackberry pie, or they'll mix it with blueberries.
Yep.
Make a pie out of that
Yep.
way. So I'm kind of interested in seeing how that turns out.
Me too. I have some Chinese... Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, she's the most exciting thing to grow. All
Me
right.
too. I'm excited.
All right. Okay. So what else we got to talk about? I mean, it was a really good seed swap, and it was a little bit of a drive for us, about 2.5 hours. And anytime you go on a trip, there's always things you got to do. So we had to drop off the dog at the dog sitter, and we did that on the way out. So then on the way we came back home.
Call her the dog lady.
Yeah.
Not in a mean way, just because she watches all the dogs.
Right, she watches the dogs. Really nice, very nice person. And so then we came back, and we didn't have to worry about the dog until the next day. So that was nice.
Very nice.
And then after I had to work a whole day, so then after 5 o'clock, we had to go pick up the dog again and bring the dog back. And then, like I said, I mowed grass today, so we've been a little busy.
Along the River Homestead said, my girl had softball practice tonight. She's pooped. I used to play softball. Mm-hmm. I was a catcher. And before I was a catcher, I was an outfielder. I can't remember what position in outfield, but I was an outfielder.
Yeah, I can definitely identify with Little Creek Homestead about finding a job and you get more things able to happen. That's
Yes.
kind of like where we've been.
Yep.
I actually did go without a job for a while, and then it caught up to me really quick. And then
Yeah, it did.
then I ended up getting a job that didn't pay as much money as I expected, because I'm used to getting jobs paying about $15 an hour, in that range is what I'm used to. And whenever I went looking for work at those places, they all turned me down. They all turned me down. So I was like, oh, what do I do now? So then I ended up settling for a pizza delivery job and deliver pizza. And that's good for a little quick cash and everything, but it's not enough to really pay the bills. And then I went from that to working at a call center for $10 an hour. Mm-hmm. Right? That was a little bit better, but still not enough. And then now I'm working at home and making about $12 an hour, which is still a little bit better, but we're still struggling. So we haven't been able to get a whole lot done yet. We are like saying, well, should we buy dirt and stuff to grow plants, or should we buy food? Right.
That's what it was like for a while there. Yeah.
Right. It's kind of like the way it's been. And actually, the plants that we've got started right now, it's kind of really close and really tight that we even got that done.
But we had the dirt already from last year.
We had a lot of the dirt already, but then we ended up just buying some more dirt recently. So we're going to repot those because they need to be repotted. So we are struggling every step of the way, and we're just trying to squeeze out every little bit we can to get something done. And it's not easy. I can definitely relate. It's not easy at all. And then once we sell the house, that's going to change everything. And we still do not have a closing date. No closing date in sight yet.
A whole week went past, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's been about a week and a half since they started doing the title search, so I don't know how long it's supposed to take, but it's been a while. It's been a while.
And our realtor didn't want to...
Yeah, I even asked the realtor to check on it, and I don't think he's checked on it because he hasn't gotten back to me yet. So I think he's trying to stall me. All right. But yeah, we understand what's hard to, it's hard to do anything when you don't have money, because a lot of these things do take money to get started.
Yep.
It takes a while to build up some infrastructure.
Thanks for the encouragement along the River Homestead. Thank you. The struggle was real. Keep at it, guys. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Oh yeah, sure is.
Ruling homes. Okay, sorry, dear.
I was just saying, and when you reach a struggle like that, you get really, really creative on how you get through it, right?
Oh yeah.
And then you find out, oh well, I never thought of that before. You try different combinations of different things, different strategies, and you get really creative whenever you have to. So that's one good thing about struggles.
Honey Hollow. Oh, hey. Homestead. You are the third person on YouTube who is having an issue involved with other parties in buying and selling out.
Right.
It's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty common, but whenever you're trying to do homesteading and stuff like that, it really comes into play. I mean, debt is a big issue. And if you have a lot of debt, like we do, you have to get really creative and really strategic on how you get rid of that debt. And once we sell this house, there's going to be more than $100,000 of debt going away.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
It's like,
Yep.
bye-bye.
Faithful Fields Homestead said, hello, sorry we're late. We were late too, so don't feel too sorry. We were about a half hour late getting started. So.
Yeah, we are a half hour late, so we're going to go at least to 8:30, at least.
Okay. Rolling Homestead. There's a lot of new names. It's really nice to see all you.
Yeah, and if you see someone in the chat that you haven't seen before, after our live show, take some time to go over to their channel and see what they're about, and see if you like their videos, if they have any videos, and it's all about that. We try to help each other out, and it's not a competition where we trying to do better than the next guy or anything like that. We want to see everybody succeed. So yeah, if you see any channels that you haven't seen before, go check them out.
Yep. You just got to take it day by day, week by week. They were saying the struggle. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard to know what life is like without debt.
Yep.
And that seems like that's the society that we live in. It's everybody is expected to get debt, whether you're starting a business, getting a house, just about anything, getting a car. A lot of times people have to go in debt. We got a car out of debt. So we're in debt with a car also. So yeah, it's just debt all over the place. But our goal is to one day be debt free. And to be serious about a goal like that, you have to make some pretty serious moves. And sometimes people get in their house and it might be like, this is our dream house, right? Oh, this is the house we've always wanted.
That's what our
house that we have that we're selling is kind of like.
That house is better than even the house I grew up in, and yeah, any house I've ever lived in, that house was better. It was the people that had owned it, two owners before us. They were Mennonites, and so she actually came out of the Amish community. So her brother was still Amish and had a cabinet making business, and so she had her brother make all the cabinets in the kitchen. So
Amish made cabinets,
and they were naughty ash or I can't think of that, but it was a very special. Unique wood with knots in it and everything like that. Very beautiful and one of a kind. And I had the slow, no slam drawers and everything. So I've never had such a beautiful kitchen.
Yeah, it's a big 5-bedroom house. Really nice house on 0.6 acres. And a lot of people look at a place like it as like, this is our dream home. But I was looking at it as like, oh, this is a lot of debt. And me being serious about trying to get rid of our debt, we decided to move into the mobile home. So we moved from the house to the trailer, selling the house, to try to get rid of a bunch of debt.
It'll be worth it. I'm not going to, I don't think I'll miss it.
And at the end of it, we're going to own this property free and clear.
Yep.
So that
Praise
is
the Lord.
Progress. That's progress. All right. Let's see what else we got here. I'll go back a little bit.
Make sure we didn't miss anybody. Yeah.
All right. Yep, $450 a month. That is pretty tight.
Yeah, it is.
That's hard to get by on. But you have, that's another thing too, is most of my life I've been chasing after making more money. Make more per hour, make more per hour, make more per hour. There's a time I was making like $20 an hour back in, what was it, 1994?
A while ago.
Maybe it was 1998. So back in 1998, I was making $20 an hour. And if I would have stayed there, I would have made $24 an hour. Plus, I had full benefits and everything. Back in those days, that was pretty big money.
That was a lot of money back then.
Yeah, it's pretty big money back then. I was in electronics. I'm an electronics technician by trade. So I tend to be a little bit of a geek when it comes to electronics and things like that. So that's what I did for a living. But the tech market dropped, and getting a tech job was extremely difficult. So I sold cars for a living. I was a used car salesman for a while. I made about $4,000 a month doing that. And then other car salesmen were stealing from me. So I got angry about it, and I quit that job. And then I've had all kinds of jobs in between. Pizza delivery, working, repairing cable boxes for cable companies and stuff like that. And all kinds of different jobs. Yeah, working at Dart, making plastic cups.
That was a good paying
foam
job.
Cups. Yeah, it was a pretty good paying job. I was making $18 an hour doing that. So
that's when we bought the house because we thought we could afford it.
So most of my life I've been chasing after the dollar. And you know what I've learned after doing all that for all those years? You know what I've learned, honey?
What, dear?
I've learned that the more you make, the more you spend.
Yes.
And the more money you make, the more bills you end up having. And that's what my experience has been. So now I'm looking at things a little bit differently. Now, instead of increasing what I make, I'm looking at decreasing what I spend. And if I can decrease what I spend and start getting rid of some bills, getting rid of things that I thought were necessary but really weren't, and start living more frugally, working more on my necessities instead of my wants, but more necessities and things like that, by lowering your overhead, lowering your money going out, you're actually increasing the money that you've got. So I think that's a better way to look at it. And I'm making a lot less money now than I'm used to making, and we are getting by.
We're getting by.
And once I sell the house, we'll really be getting by, because there'll be one bill that'll be gone. That'll be one huge bill that'll be gone.
I think some more people come in.
So yeah, you have to get creative.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Oh.
Okay.
Bad choice.
All right, zero debt. That's really nice. That's what we want to. That's what we want to do.
Did you see that one?
Okay. Oh wow, yeah, that's
Sounds
not
like...
good. Yeah, you have to be careful who you go into business with. And I've heard that the worst people to be in business with is your own family. Sadly enough, that seems to be true time and time again. I guess people that are related to you, they think that they can either get away with stuff more, or they think that you owe them for something, or because you're related, that they somehow deserve everything that you've got. But yeah, typically it's not a good idea to go in business with family. I
hope it works out.
Yeah, I hope that does work out. That sounds really bad. Okay.
Stopped in this.
Honey Hollow Homestead's almost at 1,000.
Woohoo!
If you haven't checked out Honey Hollow Homestead, you should go check out that channel, and maybe they can get up over 1,000. That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be great. Help them out.
Okay. And I believe in having real subscribers. I mean, anybody can get to 1,000 or 2,000 fake subscribers, and that does happen. You might think, well, how does that happen? Well, there are people out there. They get these groups together, and there might be 500 people in this group, and they come in this group and they say, I'll subscribe to you if you subscribe to me. And then everybody subscribes to everybody. So then they get in this group, and then you go in there with 500 subscribers. You come out with like 2,000 subscribers. But the problem with that is that they're not real subscribers.
Nope.
All they do is they click that little button on your page, and they never see your page again.
Maybe like one video, and then they're never back again.
Yeah, they're never back again. So what happens when you get to 1,000 subscribers? Well, if you don't have 4,000 hours of viewing time, nothing happens, really. I mean, yeah, you could probably do some You can do some live feeds on your cell phone, but that's pretty much about all that changes. Until you get that 4,000 hours per year, you're not going to get monetized. So I think it's better to naturally grow your channel. You want people to subscribe to you that like watching your videos, because that's a subscriber that's a real subscriber. And not only are they going to click the button to subscribe, but they're going to come back and watch a video and watch another video and watch another video because they like your videos. Because they like your videos. So I think it's more important, make videos that people like.
Yep.
Right?
Good content.
Good content. Be entertaining. Be a little creative in your editing if you can. Make it something that people want to watch. And if you do that, not only will they subscribe, but they'll watch your videos, and then your 4,000 hours per year will be easy. It'll be easy if you got real subscribers.
Let's see what else they're saying.
All right. Honey Hollow Homestead owns their own property. That's good.
That's really good.
All right.
I like the idea that once this that house is sold, this place is ours. As long as we pay the taxes, nobody can take it from us. I find that comforting. I really do.
And the other thing too is don't get discouraged when you lose subscribers. That's something that maybe my wife has struggled with a little bit. Is
a little bit, but I've given it.
There's been times that we'd do a live show, and right after the live show, we'd lose like 7 people. And then my wife would say, "Did we say something wrong?"
I have said that,
and I was like, "Honey, don't worry about it. They were probably going to unsubscribe to us anyway. Just let them go. If they don't want to be subscribed, then you don't want people to stick around. If they don't want to stick around, my point is, you want people that's going to watch your content. It's going to watch it, and that's even after you get monetized. Did you know that the viewing minutes is actually more important than your subscriber count?
I ran into a channel that had 7, almost 8,000 subscribers, and they were getting like only 100 views. Right.
So I mean, if you don't get the minutes, I mean, it's not just your subscriber count, it's not just your view count. If someone clicks on it to view, and then 5 seconds later they click off of it, that actually hurts you, right? And the reason why the viewing minutes is more important is that the people that are paying the money for the monetization are people, businesses. It's the commercialism. Television is funded by commercials. People don't like to think about it, but that's the way it works. All the cereal that's sold, all the toothpaste that's sold, all the tools and the cars, and all these, insurance, food, all these different things that get sold, they are the ones that pay for the television. And the same thing with YouTube. All these products that people buy, they are the ones that pay YouTube, which pays the content creator, right? So what they want is they want to make sure that you have an audience, and they want to make sure that your audience is actually watching your videos. And if you got that down, then they want to give you money. And that's just the way that works.
I have noticed, I don't know if this is happening to you guys, you might want to look into it, but I know of a lot of channels that we actually enjoy watching and we've been subbed to for a long time. When I've been looking for new people to sub to, I'll go down their list of channels and I'll see that I'm unsubscribed to them. And I'll go and check out and I'm unsubscribed, and I'll have to resubscribe. And it'll say I'm subscribed, but I'm not following them. Like the bell wasn't hit. So I'll unsubscribe. If I try to hit the bell, it'll say error. So what I have to do is unsubscribe, resubscribe, and then hit the little bell. Because I really do like hitting the bell so I get all the different channels notifications when they go live, so I can come in too.
I just renamed the thread. We started last minute, and I didn't even know what this thing was titled. I just looked at it and said, oh, it still has the seed swap title on there. which is fine. But I'm going to go ahead and change the title. Now the title is going to be YouTube Creator Tips, Growing a Channel Naturally. And that's what we've been talking about for the most part. So I'm going to go ahead and title the video that. All right. And, it's just really got to think about how does this YouTube thing work. And if you realize how it works, it makes growing a channel a lot easier.
Oh, I didn't know that. Grammy Karen said, if folks don't watch after subscribing, YouTube takes the subs away. I didn't know that.
Oh, we didn't know that.
I didn't know that. Thank you for telling me that.
That's another reason for wanting subscribers that actually watch your content. Because if they don't watch, I guess you're going to lose your subscribers, aren't you?
Well, I can't get to everybody, so sometimes I don't get to comment everyone. So thank you for that. Okay.
Oh, yeah. We have to make sure that we go back to all the channels we subscribe to and resubscribe and watch their content.
That's what I've been doing.
Yeah, watch their videos.
That's what I've been doing. Thank you for that. I didn't realize what was going on.
I wish they didn't do that, because that just... What happens if you haven't watched it for a week or two, but you still like the channel, and you just take a little bit to get back to them? Then you get unsubscribed, and then you don't even know why you're not seeing them in your live feeds anymore.
I agree. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, I agree. That's not fair.
Yeah, I wish they'd leave that alone. But because I don't watch everybody every week. I mean, we watch different people different days. Taxes where we are. Well, our taxes here, I guess, they're not too bad.
Not too bad.
We live in a Commonwealth of Kentucky. But I don't know what I would compare it to. If I were to compare it to where I used to live in Ohio, Ohio has high taxes. The taxes in Ohio are really high. So compared to Ohio, we're not doing bad. Property taxes here is not that bad. I think for our big house, it was about $1,800 a year. And it's a big, fancy house.
Yep.
This place right here is about $400 a year for property tax.
And it's
about $300. If I were to pay it early, it would have been like $350.
Yeah. Yeah.
So about $350 for a year.
This is an acre in a small town.
Yeah, 1 acre in a small town, mobile home with 2 improved outbuildings, about $350 a year. So that's not too bad. But other states are probably cheaper. We've heard that Missouri is a lot cheaper on the property taxes, and taxes in general, from what I understand. I think even their state taxes are fairly low. So
that's nice.
That's what I've heard. All right. Oh, wow, the thing just kind of jumped.
Yeah, it did.
Okay, let's go back here.
Oh, someone left. Oh, Little Creek Homestead left.
Okay. All right, we will starting their channel soon. Okay, and another thing too, if you're brand new starting a channel, you have to be patient and you have to persevere. Whenever we started, our original subscribers were 16, and that's me subscribing to myself to another account, my wife subscribing to it, all of our friends subscribing to it, and some random person that subscribed, I think. So we had like 16 subscribers. Just be patient
for the longest time.
Yeah, for a very long time. And then we went to our first conference at the Homesteading Life Conference in Hannibal, Missouri.
Yeah, we talked
about
the
Off Grid and Doug and Stacy. We went from 16 to 32, just like that, and we were excited. Woohoo! We just doubled 32 subscribers. Woohoo! Right? And we were excited about it. And then when we first reached 100. We were excited about reaching 100. Wow, we reached 100. What's going to happen now? And we went to a couple other conferences, and now we are almost to 600. Almost to 600. Pretty close to 600. So you just got to persevere and concentrate on your content. Make good videos. Make videos that people want to watch. Make a video that you would like to watch.
Yeah.
Right? If it's something, if you get done making the videos, if it wasn't me, I'd actually like watching this video, right? Because people don't normally like seeing themselves, right? But
I had to get over that.
Yeah, you had to get over that a little bit. But just put out good videos. Do your best. Put information in there. Make it sound interesting. Be a little entertaining if you can, within bounds. I mean, we try to make sure everything's tasteful. I don't like doing certain types of humor, but just make nice videos, and then everything else will happen on its own. It's about growing your channel naturally and not artificially, because a natural growth will last. Artificial growth is here today, gone tomorrow. So, all right, Honey Hollows in Southeast Kentucky.
Oh, okay.
Okay, their tax is less than $200. That's pretty good.
That's great.
Yeah, that's really good. You know, if you own your property, $200 a year is a lot better than the $400 to $800 a month, depending on where you live.
I heard Pennsylvania's are really bad. I lived in Ohio, and right along the border of Ohio, West Virginia, and Pennsylvania, and everyone I knew always said Pennsylvania's taxes are awful.
Yeah, New Jersey, $4,000 a year.
Woo.
Yeah, that's pricey.
Well, hers is $450.
That's for 12 acres, though.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Well, that's actually good.
Yeah, okay, that's very good.
Yeah, I hear people say that's not that bad. I was like, oh, that means it's bad. It's just not that bad.
Oh, I didn't mean it that way. You knew that, silly.
That's actually good. All right. Okay. All right. Yep. If you concentrate on making good videos, people want to watch, and networking with other YouTubers, that's another way to get natural growth.
Yes.
You know, when you do collaborations.
Collaborations, yeah.
You know, and I really don't want to say to anybody, go sub someone else's channel, or go to someone's channel and click subscribe. I don't really want to do that.
No, we don't like that.
Because I believe in natural growth. I say, go check out their channel, and if you like it, subscribe.
Yeah, if you agree with what they have on and you enjoy it, you like it.
If you like their videos, if you think this is something you want to watch on a regular basis, hit subscribe. And then that way you can watch them on a regular basis. You know, and that's the way I like to do it. But if you collaborate with somebody and you get together with other channels, that's going to help you grow naturally, because you're letting people that are subscribed to you, your viewers, the people who enjoy your content, and you're saying, hey, check out this other channel and see what you think. And they go to that other channel, and they might get a lot of loyal subscribers out of that. And then the same thing is when they refer people to your channel, they come over and they see your videos. If they like your videos, you can get some good loyal subscribers that way. So it's really good to do collaborations. And collaborations are fun because you pick a topic and you're all doing the same topic. And chances are the way I do something is not going to be the same way that someone else does it. So you get another perspective. So that's really interesting. I like doing that. And another way to grow your channel naturally is to go to homesteading or farming type conferences.
Yes. That helped us a lot.
You go to homesteading conferences and
meet everyone.
You talk to people.
Yep.
And if you're really good at doing interviews, I like to do interviews. You go and ask people some really good questions, intriguing questions that they can think about and give you a really good answer, and do like a good interview like that. I know I like watching good interviews, so that gets more perspectives on your channel, more information.
I noticed when we went to the Doug and Stacy's Homesteading Life Conference that a lot of people, I was face painting and I just happened to say I had a YouTube. Well, what is it?
Right.
What's your channel? They all wanted to, I mean, everyone I met, they want to know what your channel is so they can sub and check it out and sub. And so, yeah, I found that really, really interesting how people were just all, they want to know, do you have a channel? What is it? And, oh, yeah. I mean, before we left, we were getting subs left and right by them just getting on their phones and doing it right there and then.
Right. Mm-hmm. And, since we're talking about the subject, if you like this live feed, don't be afraid to hit like. If you actually like it. And actually for any of our videos, if you watch our videos and you like the video, click on like.
We appreciate it.
We definitely appreciate that. It helps us. And what that does is if people like your videos and they click on that like, and if they comment under your video because they like it, what that does is with YouTube's algorithms, it puts that video higher up in someone else's search feed. So then you get exposed to more people that way, and it gives more people a chance to come check out the channel, and if they like it, they can subscribe, and they can do the same thing, and that's what helps a channel grow naturally. So that's really important.
Some people were saying that they just don't have those. It's hard to get away to the conferences.
Yep.
Honey Hollow Homestead said.
Yep.
And Along the River Homestead said that there's not many of those conferences up their way.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And sometimes you got to go a long ways. I know the Homesteading Life Conference for us was 8.5 hours. 8.5 hour drive.
Yeah.
So,
to Missouri.
Yeah, 8.5 hours up to Hannibal, Missouri. We had to drive. That was a long drive there, a long drive back. Then you had to pay for hotel rooms. That's not easy to do. And then when we went out to Virginia, that was I think that was like 10 hours, wasn't it? Or about at least 9 hours.
At least 9.
At least 9 hour drive.
But,
and it's the same deal. We had bed and breakfast out there. Stayed there. That costs money.
But what's nice is that I went and I face painted.
Right.
And I made our money back.
Yeah, if you can have a vendor booth and either, do something like my wife does face painting and makes balloon animals and creations, do that. Or if you have some food or something like sell your produce, like a farmer's market type situation, you can bring stuff to sell. Now, there's certain licenses you have to have in order to do that. But as long as you get your licenses in place, you go out there as a vendor, you sell things,
They said something about the mic.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, I got a good microphone. I can't remember what this thing's called. It's a Fee-Fine. I don't know if they can see that. Let me see here.
This one.
Yep, they can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this little microphone right here. It's a directional mic, and this part that's facing me right now, that's where the actual receiver is for the microphone, and it's got this little windscreen on it. It's really really well made. It's called Fee-Fine, Fine. What I'll do is after I finish this live show, I'll put a link down in the description, and it's just a little microphone that plugs into a USB port on my laptop. I've got my laptop right here, and you can see that, and that just makes it where I can have a really nice sound. And whenever you're doing video, your sound is almost more important than your video.
And he said he was liking that it wasn't buffering and
Right.
yeah.
And we also have a really nice webcam. It is a high definition webcam. Only cost me about $60, I think. And I'll put that in the link below after the show's over.
Yeah, we got that a while back.
Right. And it is phenomenal. It's got really good quality. I mean, you can see the quality. And it goes to a USB port on my laptop as well. So just two things plugged in my laptop and USB, and I got myself a little video studio. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. And we use it pretty good there. And let me see here. And also, if you're going to do equipment, we just use our cell phone. This is what I make all my videos with right here.
Yep.
This little cell phone right here. This is a really good one. It's a ZTE, and it's got dual cameras. There's two cameras on there, and both cameras work together in unison. So it gives you a pretty sharp picture. And even the selfie cam that's on this side, which I film with that a lot. Whenever I want to see how I look on the screen, I'll film with that. And it's got a really high quality on it as well. And the microphone built into this thing's pretty good.
Except for outside.
Yeah, except for outside. Because whenever the wind blows across the microphone, you hear that noise. Mm-hmm. And nobody likes to hear that noise. But they do actually have special shotgun mics that are made for cell phones. So there's actually a special cell phone shotgun mic that I can get for my cell phone, and that's going to improve my sound quality outside. And I'm actually looking forward to getting that. I think it's about like $80, I think, maybe $80 to $100 for that thing. But I have to check on that again. But anyway, just these little things are important. Sound is really important. The video is pretty important. And then your content. is probably the most important. Because you can have a really fancy camera that costs $1,200 and a good boom mic that costs, $500 and, all this expensive equipment. But if your content isn't good, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good your equipment is. What was you pointing at something specifically?
I was just.
Okay.
I thought I saw something. Honey Hollow Homestead. Have you always lived in Kentucky, or you just moved here recently? I thought you might have mentioned something about you liking the area.
It says right here. It says I'm really liking Kentucky.
Yeah. That's what I was looking for, dear. Sorry.
Yeah, and as far as getting to the conferences, we've been kind of sacrificing a bit, and that's something I need to make an announcement.
Oh yeah.
We need to make an announcement on that.
Yeah.
Now I had originally said that we were going to get to 5 events, and the 5 events that we were going to get to is Baker Creek. Well, actually, is the seed swap, which we did, right? Baker Creek, which is coming up, the Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference. Down in Tennessee, Cookeville, Tennessee. That's coming up.
Doug and Stacy.
The Homesteading Life Conference with Off Grid with Doug and Stacy. That's coming up. And then the last one was the Homesteaders of America, and that's coming up in October. So the news is we can't make it to the HOA.
Yeah.
We cannot make it to the Homesteaders of America Conference. And it's for good reason. I'm actually going to be traveling to Israel in October. It's right around the Feast of Tabernacles. And I'm going to be down. I'm not down. I'm going to be around the world in Israel, preaching the gospel, reaching out to Jewish people, and hopefully bringing them to the Messiah that has already come. And that's what we are going to be doing. Actually, that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going by myself. Me and a few other guys are going. Typically, I don't like taking my wife to dangerous situations. And if you think of a dangerous place to preach the Bible, going out there where you have Jews and Muslims all fighting against each other, and this very very real battle that's going on over there. Going in there and preaching the Bible, it's not exactly the safest thing to do. But I believe the Lord is calling me to do that. So instead of going to the Homesteaders of America Conference this year, I'm gonna be going to Israel. And a lot of people don't know this maybe is I am a preacher, and that's why I like to talk about God from time to time, and I like to point to Jesus when I get a chance. But I am I'm a preacher, I'm an evangelist, and I always put that above everything else. So when it comes to homesteading and things like that, that always takes second place.
Amen.
To the Lord. I always put God first.
Amen.
And that's just the way that goes.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it to the Homesteaders of America Conference, but Lord willing, maybe I'll go next year. And there are also other conferences that I am going to try to make it to. So we'll see how that works out. All right. Let's see here.
Oh.
I don't know what that... Okay, that's really strange looking.
Yeah, somebody blocked his... It needs to be seen.
Oh, it says I have a small homesteader channel. Check it out, please. Okay, I guess we can show that.
That's a young boy.
All right. Let's see here. Near Lexington. All right. And so that's what's going to happen. So I'm not going to be able to make it to that conference.
Yeah.
And see what else. Oh, yeah. Good news is the woman that's watching our dog, sitting for our dog, she's actually agreed to, whenever we're gone, to come watch on our other animals.
So when we go to conferences, she's going to, if we have rabbits and quails, she's going to come check on them, make sure they have water and feed. And if they need it, she'll take care of them. And then, yeah.
All right. So all we have to do is have the automatic feeders filled up. Then that should buy us a couple days. and then she'll come over and we'll let her know where the food is,
If it
how,
needs
and
it,
how to
yeah.
put it in, and where the water is, how to put the water in, and she'll come over. And she said she had no problem doing that while we were gone.
Yep.
So that sounds great. So, and that's really the key to getting away to some of these conferences, is you really need to try to work with your local community. Either find other farmers or people who are at least interested in animals, and just get them included in what you're doing. And that way, if you want to go someplace, you can ask them to watch your farm, feed your animals, water your plants, whatever needs to take place while you're gone. And that buys you 3 or 4 days to where you can go someplace. That's really important. Because if you don't have something like that in place, once you have animals and you have a garden and everything like that, you won't be able to go anywhere because you have no one to watch your farm. So it's important to have that.
It's past my bedtime. We'll catch you on this flip side.
Good night, Honey Hollow.
Yes,
Homestead.
good night.
All right. And we're going to be here for like maybe another 10 minutes or so. So now's a good time. If anybody has any questions,
Yes.
now's a good time to put some questions. Funky Farm said, what kind of quail do you have? We don't have anything yet.
We got to get everything set up, and then we're going to...
Yeah, we're going to get the Coturnix quail.
Yeah, I didn't know what kind. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's a Coturnix quail. It's pretty popular quail for people to raise in this country. And the main reason why that is certain type of quail actually requires certain licensing in order to have it. But Coturnix quail is a quail that does not fall in that category. So you can actually raise as much of that quail as you want without any problems. So it doesn't matter what kind of quail you have when it comes to that. But yeah, that's still coming. We haven't gotten that yet. And okay, he's got Bob White quail.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. And another reason why we want the jumbo Coturnix quail is because they tend to be a little bit bigger. So you have a little bit more meat, and the eggs turn out to be a little bit bigger. So we're going to be raising them for meat and eggs whenever we start raising them.
I don't know how I'm going to like the eggs, but I'm going to give them a whirl.
I think they're probably going to be good. People are saying they have a stronger taste.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one of the things that we like about farm fresh chicken eggs.
It is.
It's because the farm fresh chicken eggs have a stronger taste than the ones you buy at the store, and we like that stronger taste.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd probably end up liking it, but I guess they're a lot richer. They're a lot richer tasting than the chicken eggs.
Mm-hmm.
So if people say you don't need as much of them.
Doug and Stacy was saying about duck eggs that don't use it like your
regular chicken eggs.
Regular chicken eggs. It's so rich, it'll make you sick.
Right, so you're going to have to eat less of them. But we're still going to have chicken eggs. So my approach is I'm going to eat like maybe a couple quail eggs to go with one of my chicken eggs and mix them all together, and that's how I'm planning on eating it. I'm going to try that out.
Okay.
All right. If you have any questions, just type it in all caps. And we'll be able to answer any questions that you might have. Questions about, how we've been growing our channel. And, we understand that there are other channels that are growing faster than ours.
Yes.
And there's one major thing that we haven't been doing that we know we should be doing. But we're working on it.
Yep.
Is you have to put out videos on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. Right? If you don't put out videos on a regular basis, you're going to lose the attention of your fan base or your subscriber base. So the people that are watching your channel, if they don't see a video after 2 or 3 weeks, they stop watching your channel. Then you start losing people. And we've kind of suffered a little bit on that. Mm-hmm. But life happens. It's hard to make videos sometimes.
The Bob White, he said the Bob White are very wild. And he said go to Slightly Redneck.
Yeah, we've been learning a lot from that channel.
A lot from
it's a
his
YouTube channel called Slightly Rednecked, and he really knows his quail. He also knows a lot about rabbits, meat rabbits.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's a very informative channel.
He tells you exactly what kind of feed to use. He tells you all kinds of different tips and tricks on how to hatch the eggs, how to raise them from chicks to full grown, and
How to butcher them.
How to butcher them. He'll give you everything you need to know, and he's got it broken up in different videos. So it's really easy just to go through his library of videos and learn everything you need to know about quail. And that's what we've done. We've been going through his videos. So it's a really good channel to check out. And of course, we're going to be growing rabbits. We're going to be growing rabbits again. This will be our third go at rabbits, and I think this next time around we're going to get even better at it.
I think so. Chris is awesome. I have some bids on buck white on that scale.
Okay, that's a good question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how hard are rabbits to raise? Now, you're going to get different answers depending on who you ask. But if you ask us, we'd say it's probably about an 8. They're pretty hard to raise. And the only reason why I say that is because...
in our opinion, yeah.
Yeah, our experience has been we have a hard time getting them to breed, right? And everybody says, nothing breeds better than rabbits, right? Or something like that.
Once they get going.
Right. But that's not entirely true. There's a few tricks you have to know, and they don't always breed as easy as you think they do. They really don't. The first time we got rabbits, they tried to kill each other, right? They were pulling fur out of each other and biting each other and screaming. It was horrific, right? So we had to pull them apart, right? And that was with taking the female to the buck's cage. We did everything that we were supposed to do. But they chased each other around and around, and they fought. So we could not get them to breed. The second time around, not so dramatic, but the females would never raise their bottoms. They put their bottoms down.
Never lift up.
They never lifted up their bottoms, so we couldn't get them to breed. So we had to go on a trip. We had no one to watch our animals, so we had to put them in freezer camp. So I place them as an 8 as far as difficulty, only because of the breeding. Now, if
we learned some new trips.
Other than breeding, the food is easy.
Oh yeah.
We get rabbit pellets at our local feed store.
And hay. Yeah.
A lot of feed stores carry rabbit pellets, so you can get rabbit pellets there. They're mainly alfalfa pellets is what they are, but it's a rabbit pellet. But we only feed them about half on the pellets and the other half on hay. You got to give them some good hay so they have good fiber in their diet, so that their stools are not runny. You don't want to have rabbits with runny stools because they'll die. So you want to make sure that they actually have the rabbit droppings. So it's good for them to eat hay. And we had Timothy hay, which is a really cheap hay. It was only like $2 a bale.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much.
Yeah, it doesn't take much of it. One bale was good for 4 rabbits for about a month and a half for a bale of hay, plus the little bit of pellets that we feed every day. So feeding is easy. Watering is pretty easy as long as you get a good rabbit waterer. We've got videos on that, so you might want to watch some of our rabbit videos. We've had some issues with some of the rabbit waterers that you buy on Amazon.
Oh, we almost lost rabbits because of them.
Yeah, we actually did lose one rabbit. We lost one rabbit.
Yeah, but it wasn't because of the water, do you think?
Yeah, it was. I think it was because the rabbit wasn't drinking water and was also in shock. So between the shock and the lack of water, it died. So we lost a rabbit because of it. Make sure that you get a good quality waterer for your rabbits. And we like the, I guess it's hard to explain. It's like a square bottle waterer.
Oh, yeah, they're really great.
Yeah, they're really good. Wide mouth waterer, I think it's what it's called.
Yeah, it has a bigger metal tube, and it gives them more water at a time.
Right. So, yeah, don't get any waterers where that little silver ball that's in there has a spring behind it.
Yeah.
Because that spring, it makes it to where the rabbit can't push it open with their tongue, and they can't get any water out of it.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's
they
what
were
happened.
Brand new bottles. They even had a little a floaty in it so that you could tell how low the water is or how high it is. And we thought, oh, these will be great. And they had a spring behind the ball, and so they weren't strong enough to push it open and they weren't getting no water, and they almost died on us. And he
Right.
thinks, we believe one of them might have died because of it.
So, and then the cages, we made homemade cages out of wire mesh and J-clips. You can do that, or you can just buy cages at a pet store. You can try that too.
Poppy Sabbath Homestead said that they do bowls. That's good thinking.
Yeah, bowls.
Yeah, that's good thinking.
The only problem we have with bowls is our rabbits were tipping the bowls over. They would put their paws on the bowls and they push down on them, and all the water would just dump out of it. So that's the problem that we were having. But I think if you probably use bowls like the little dog bowls where they come up at an angle.
Or maybe the heavier concrete ones.
Yeah, because the ones that come up at an angle, those like little dog bowls or whatever.
Get their teeth around them.
Well, they can't turn them over.
Yeah.
They can't be flipped over. So that's probably a better bowl to use. But yeah, we tried just ordinary bowls and they kept knocking them over. So that didn't work for us.
I'm sure there's a lot of things we didn't try that would work, but
right.
That's what happened to us.
So raising rabbits for the most part is fairly easy. But when you go to breed them, you really have to research that. It's not as easy as you think to breed.
Well, we found this one channel that really made sense to us, and I think it will be easier for us next time.
I think it was the Slightly Redneck channel, honey.
It could have been them. I don't remember who it was.
I think that's who it was. He gave us some tips on the Slightly Redneck channel that I think is really going to help us out next time. He's the one that said, try the same doe with the same buck 3 days in a row.
In the morning and in the evening.
Yeah, evening and morning for 3 days.
For 3 days.
And by the third day, she will lift up for him.
She will give up, yeah.
After the third day of doing evening, morning, or morning, evening, and then eventually you'll get it.
And that was our main problem, was getting the does to lift up.
Yeah, we would try and it didn't work. And it's okay, well, let's try a different doe. Same problem. Try a different doe. Same problem. What are we doing wrong? I don't know.
I was really getting concerned that it was my fault.
So I guess you got to use the same doe with the same buck twice a day for 3 days, and eventually she'll give up. But who knows? This third time we do rabbits, if we get this figured out, it could be easy as pie.
Well, check out that channel you just mentioned about rabbits.
Yeah, it's J Null Zero.
I think I've watched him a long time ago.
J Nullo or whatever that is.
He's had a channel for a long time, hasn't he?
Yeah, if you look at the comment by Rent to Grown, there's a channel there. That's a good rabbit channel.
Thank you for recommending that.
So those are really what we're going to be raising mainly here. Is we're going to be raising the quail, the rabbit. We are going to do some meat birds, and I don't know if we're going to do layer chickens yet.
Yeah,
we might not do them here because we are planning on moving to another place.
Yeah, eventually we're going to be moving as soon as this property.
Yeah, once we get our finances to level out, and we get a strong financial base, then we will spring off to the next step.
Yep.
And then, Lord willing, that'll be the place that we stay.
Yep.
And if there's no other questions, we're right about at 8:30 mark.
Hey, God's third acre.
Okay. So I hope you really enjoyed our live show today. Really appreciate you coming out, and check out the videos from the seed swap. Had one that I just uploaded today. Just check that out if you want to check out how the seed swap went. Check out that video, and then check out our other videos if you haven't had a chance to do that. See how we've been coming along, and you can actually learn someone's story by watching their older videos and seeing how everything unfolds.
I enjoy doing that. One thing I wanted to say is I want to thank all the moderators. I saw that there was a couple on here, and I wanted to thank them for coming in and moderating for us. And please go check them out. They're good channels. I think there was one or two. And please go, if you like what they have, then subscribe to them. And I just wanted to thank them. And I think that was all I can think of.
Okay. Yeah, we're kind of tired. This is a little bit later than we normally do our show. So when you get tired, you kind of think, I'm sure there's something else I should be saying.
Something else, but I forgot.
But I can't remember what it is. But I think that's pretty much everything. So thanks for coming out. Hope you enjoyed it.
I remembered. Thank all the new subscribers. Thank you for coming by and visiting with us for a while. I saw a lot of new names there. So thank you very much.
Yeah, I hope you like our videos.
Yes, please. Please come back again.
Yeah, and if you don't like our videos, then that's fine. We're okay with that.
Yep.
But we're trying to make the videos as best we can, and I'm trying to eventually get to the point to where my videos stop being videos and they start turning into movies. Right? I'm trying to get away from videos, and I'm trying to get toward making movies. That's what I'm trying to get into. Making homesteading movies. And that's the level I'm trying to get to. But as I make every new video, I get a little bit better, and a little bit better, and a little bit better. So eventually, my videos will be movies at some point. So that's my goal. So keep watching and see how that turns out.
Yep.
All right, so thank you all for coming. And if there's any other live feeds out, go ahead and drop by there and watch some other live feeds. We like watching other live feeds.
I think that 1870s homestead is going on right now, but they've been going for a little while. But please go by and check them out also.
All right, so have a good evening. And, oh, yeah, that's right. Forgot how to turn it off.